I am the friend who will not let you sit in your own mess for too long. Pity party, disinvited. Talking down to yourself? Absolutely not. Not on my watch, not on duty, not on duty. But here's the problem. I can show up like that for you all day. But the question is, how do you show up like that for yourself when nobody is around? Because, friend, the truth is, the way that you talk to yourself, that is what's building your life one thought at a time. So, how do you talk to yourself when no one is in the room but you? And no worries, I got a practice to help you go from talking to yourself like your own worst critic to your very own best cheerleader. So let's get into it. Friend, you already know that voice in your head, that inner dialogue that you are having with yourself all day long. It is going on repeat. Some of these thoughts have been around since the beginning of your time. And they are still circling your mind still to this day. The problem is we've let this inner voice just run rampant. And we believe everything that it says as if it's facts, when it often is not telling the truth. The problem is it loves to magnify your doubts, your fears, your insecurities, heavy on the insecurities, okay? But we have got to take control of this inner dialogue because it is either building you up or tearing you down. It is either your worst critic or it's your best cheerleader. And something tells me it's leaning on the side of the critic and not the cheerleader. So, friend, we have got to turn this around. During some of my most hardest, most devastating seasons of my life, what has saved me is my inner cheerleader being just a little bit louder than my inner critic. And over time, me having the inner cheerleader be the one to lead me through, she became louder than my inner critic. When I was going through a divorce and I became a single mom with a baby on each hip, it was my inner cheerleader. The inner critic was still there, but it was my inner cheerleader who was really cheering me on. When my granny passed, and then my mom made her transition to heaven, suffering those two losses so closely back to back, my inner cheerleader, thank goodness I had built her up because without her, that inner critic would have had me somewhere, okay? Somewhere I didn't want to be. So, friend, it is so important to start noticing who is it that has the microphone? Is it your inner critic or is it your inner cheerleader? Because whoever has the mic, that is the one who is building your life. Ooh, that had a flow to it. You like that, friend? That was good. Okay. Had a little ring to it, a little razzle dazzle. Okay. You know I play too much. But, friend, I have a practice for you to help you lean more into your inner cheerleader because if she is not the one who is running your show, it is time to pass her the mic. Okay. So, this is what I like to call the D double T practice. The D is for decide. You have to decide that you are going to be your own best friend. So stick with me here, okay? Close your eyes for a moment and just imagine the face of your best friend. Really picture them in your mind. And if you want to keep your eyes closed, you can, or you can open them, whatever you feel more comfortable with. But now that you have that image in your mind, imagine your best friend coming to you and telling you that they are really going through it. Okay. They are dealing with a breakup. They are dealing with the kids wilding out. They are at work, stressed beyond stress, and about to put in their 2 week notice for the umpteenth time this week. They are just going through it, and all they can see is all of the stress and the drama that is facing them. Now, would you tell your best friend all about their doubts, their fears, their insecurities, how they may or may not have brought all of this suffering onto themselves? Would you go back to 2009 when they was really going through it and really down bad and bring it up and throw it in their face? No, you would never do that. You would never. And yet, that is what your inner critic is doing to you every chance it gets, and you're letting it. So, friend, I need you to make a decision. I need you to decide that you are your own best friend, not when it's convenient, not when everything is going right, not when the conditions are perfect. Decide that you will be your own best friend unconditionally. Decide that from this moment forward, when you imagine the face of your best friend, you see your own face as well. You have to decide that starting right now, right here in this moment, you are going to be your own best friend. Let me go ahead and take a sip of water really quick, glance at my notes. Please hold while your party is being reached. Okay. T is for treat yourself like your own best friend. And what does that look like? I'm so glad that you asked. Let me fill you in. It looks like allowing yourself to rest without the guilt. It looks like taking care of yourself, like actually practicing your self care on a daily basis without it meaning that you must be selfish. You are not selfish to practice your self care every single day. That is just the standard that you live by to take care of yourself. And no one is going to do it better than you can because you know what it is that you need. And no one can give you that more than you can. It also looks like showing up for yourself. Like if I take a look at your calendar right now, am I going to see you showing up on your calendar? Or am I going to see you managing everyone else's agenda and priorities? Because if you are not showing up on your calendar has just become everybody else's list of demands, okay? So when you look at my calendar, you're going to see my time for meditation. You're going to see my time to have my walk. You're going to see time for me to actually journal and do my own personal development rituals for that day. So, friend, are you showing up on your own calendar or are you last on your list? Or, truth be told, are you even on your list? That's probably the better question. So treat yourself like you are your own best friend. Because, friend, if anybody deserves this level of treatment, it is you giving your best to you. And the next T is to talk to yourself like you are your own best friend. And this might be one of the most important things that you ever do for yourself because you have to know, you have to be aware of how you talk to yourself. What are your types of conversations that you're having with yourself throughout the day? And are there certain things that trigger certain responses from yourself? How do you treat yourself when you're tired and hangry? How do you treat yourself, or I'm sorry, how do you talk to yourself when things aren't going your way or it's not going as planned? How do you talk to yourself when the stuff has hit the fan and it's just hard right now? How do you talk to yourself when you are all in your feelings? When you feel like you've made a mistake or messed something up? How do you talk to yourself in those moments? Because those type of moments are what's building your life. So know your triggers. Know the things that can happen that can take you down. And be prepared to have some go tos. What are some things that you can say to yourself that help you to turn things around, to help you see more of the positive, that help you not focus in on the problem, but to actually start thinking more solution minded? So, have a few phrases that can help to stop and interrupt that negative self talk and take the mic back, okay? And also, be aware, friend, because we by nature, just by sheer default, we tend to lean more into the worst case scenario than we do the best case scenario. And this one is really going to require some serious practice because it may not be easy to notice when you're doing this or catch it and decide to change the direction in real time. But if you notice enough, then you can start to practice shifting your mindset into a more positive direction. So that way you're leaning more into the best case scenario than you are just accepting the worst case scenario. Because something that we often do is we will go to the ends of the earth to the worst of the worst of the worst scenarios. But then when you're talking about best case scenarios, you got like one or two. No, friends. It's time to beef that up, okay? It is time to play out the best case scenarios in detail in a longer amount of time. The worst, sure, it's there, but so is the best. So is the best case scenario. It is also available. So let's make it more of a habit to dwell in the positive side of things and not just go down to the deep, dark depths of the worst case. There is something that I said on the podcast today, and it was such an amazing line. This had to be a download, okay? But I have to share it with you. I said, heaven and hell are not places of the afterlife. It's what you have the opportunity to create every single day of your life. Friend, bars. That is a bar, okay? But it is so true, friend. That is not just somewhere that you can choose to go after this place. You could be creating that every single day of your life. And we do that with our thoughts and the things that we say to ourselves. So, which one are you creating? And if you don't like it, you can change it starting today. Okay, friend? Mm. Oh, this was good. Oh, I love this one. So let me go ahead and give you your journal prompt because, I can't leave you with that one. Okay. How do you talk to yourself when things aren't going your way? And how would your best friend talk to you in that same moment. Friend, so good. Such a great moment of reflection. And I really hope that you spend some time with this one. Really start to notice your own patterns of when your self talk is at its worst. Because if you can really notice in on when those things are happening, it's so much easier to pinpoint them when they do. And then start with the D double T. Decide. Decide that you're going to be your own best friend in that moment. Treat yourself like you are your own best friend. And then talk to yourself like you are your own best friend. Because, in case you haven't noticed, whether you like it or not, you are. Oh, friend, I cannot wait to continue the conversation with you down in the comments. So tell me, what is one thing you are going to start saying to yourself that your inner critic has been trying to drown out? Friend, tell me all about it. I cannot wait to see how you respond to this. And make sure that you leave a comment because we are building a community of women who supports each other. And you never know who you could be inspiring or helping with just leaving a comment. Someone else might really have a breakthrough all because you had the courage to share your own comment. So please do, friend. Please do. And I talk about this so much more on today's podcast episode. It's actually a milestone because today marks the day of episode 300. Okay, come through 300. I'm super proud of myself because 300 podcast episodes and 73 days of making YouTube videos. Who this woman? Okay, Harpo. Who this woman? I am loving this version of myself. So, friend, you can even tell me if you are celebrating something in the comments because I would love to celebrate you and cheer you on as well. That's what we do around here. We lift each other up, we fix each other's crown because we got to have each other's back, okay? Okay. Well, friend, I hope that you love this episode just as much as I loved making it for you. And I can't wait to see you in the next episode tomorrow. And if you've been around for a while, then you already know I love myself so much, I don't play about me. And if you hang out with me long enough, you will love yourself so much, you won't play about you either. Okay, friend? I'll meet you in the comments and I will see you in the next video tomorrow.